Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Going in Blind. So today we have another Final Fantasy X deck, and it's gonna be the Wind Water Summoners. This deck is I wouldn't say it's like self-made, like it doesn't make itself, but it does lend itself to summoners. Let's just put all the summoners inside, right? Not really the case, but it could be said that some part of it started that way. So let's see what I mean by it, and then you draw your conclusions, okay? You draw them. So we have a summoner and a guardian. No clue why. I only have this card to be a leader there because it's a Yuna and it's a summoner. So summoner support, whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be solidarity. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 summoners in a 17 card times 3 deck. Okay, so 11 out of the 17 unique cards in this deck are going to be summoners, and the rest is guardians. We have guardian and Gullwings, but we also have 2 songstress. What can I say? Songstress is kind of odd, but I'll tell you why in a moment. Let's talk about it first. So the way the game works is Yuna is a summoner who goes from island to island until she gets to the last one, and she summons her final Aeon. But along the way, she learns of other summons. However, in this game, there's no summons in water. There's only summons in wind, and it's gonna be the 2 Valifor, then Ixion and Lightning, Yojimbo in Earth, and 2 in Fire, which are the Bahamut and Ifrit. But there's no more summons. There's no summons in Ice, and there's no summons in Water. And so only one of the 3 colors that Yuna has, because Yuna has a card in Ice, only one. Everything else is Water or Wind, and yet there's no water summon. I don't really get that, but that's the way it is. So there's gonna be a summoner deck that only has the wind summons Valifor, but there are other summoners, which are Vraska, and the one before that is Yunalesca. Okay, so yeah, I think how the story goes is Yunalesca had guardians, which are Vraska, maybe Vraska? I don't know. And also Len had Shuyin. Shuyin? I think it's Shuyin, yeah. And then Vraska as a summoner had Auron and Jekt. And then we got Yuna with the whole full-blown cast from Final Fantasy X. So yeah, the guardians are taking care of the summoners. That's why some guardians actually allude to Yuna. They want to actually help her out. So the cards that are looking to help summoners or Yuna or summons, they're here if they're water or wind. Okay, so that's the context you need for the deck. Then you have Len, which is going to form a party with Yuna for its thing. And yeah, this Yuna helps Yunas. That's why even though they're songstresses, they are going into this deck. But also, Len is a summoner, so they also help with summons either way. So like I said, I wish we had more summons in water. Specifically, there should be a summon. And actually, I think there's an upcoming one, which is in water. It might be Anima. So yeah, maybe that comes up here. I think I ordered it, and it's all the cards from Hidden Hope are coming in the mail. So it'll be getting to my place pretty soon. But if not, we'll see. For now, this is what we have. So yeah, the card pool lends itself to us having only one leader, which is Yuna and Tidus, because it's a summoner. And what it says is pretty much irrelevant. It says Summoner Guardian, and it's an anniversary card from 10. And anniversary, it's going to be a title. It's like a category. So this card says Yuna and Tidus is also card name Yuna and card name Tidus for all situations. And it says the category and anniversary forwards other than Yuna and Tidus you control gain. This forward can attack 3 times in the same turn. So nothing else. Clearly this card is made for something that's like a mixture of cards. I wish they were Dissidia and that they made anniversary cards into Dissidia so that they all went together, or maybe you can make an anniversary deck and price collect all the anniversary cards and make a deck that has that synergy. But this guy is the face of a deck that is not anniversary. So you let me know. I don't get it. Maybe someone will get it. I don't. Or maybe is this the face of the deck? I'm not sure. I think it's this one, but like I said, not sure. Either way, we have another Yuna. It's going to be another summoner, but light, and it's cost 0. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a summon, you may pay the cost and cast it. As in, you may play a summon from the top of the deck. Reveal the card. If it's a summon, play it. Pay the cost and cast it. Huh. Okay, and only once per turn. Then you can pay 1 and remove 3 summons in the break zone from the game, exile them, and add Yuna to your hand. You can only use this ability during your main phase, and if Yuna is in the break zone. Not very convincing, but it's gonna do, because it can just come in for 2, so you can pitch any card and play that Yuna for 6,000, and you can just look at the top, and if it's a summon and you have the rest of the CP, you can pay it. So it can actually count as a draw if it's a summon. We only have 6 out of the 50, so that's maybe a 10% chance for you to draw, and it becomes maybe less and less as you play. Like I said, I'm not sure. It's not that convincing, but hey, it'll do. Hopefully it works out for you. It'll surely work out for me eventually, in one game at least. I'll try it. I'll try it and let you guys know. If not, that's gonna be my cut. But for now, it's summoners, so that'll go in. Another summoner can replace it, or the Lulu. But the Lulu also seems to stay because it's summoner support. We have the Win Yuna. It says when no, the cost required to cast your summons can be paid with CP of any element. That's pretty good. And considering we have 1, 2, 3, 4 backups in water and 1 in wind, and both our summons are in wind, that's a really good situation to be in. The other way around would be worse. So when Yuna enters the field, you may pay 3 wind and 2. When you do so, search for up to 6 summons, each of a different element card. They really did us dirty there, huh? Interesting. And add them to your hand. Also, you can discard Yuna, and when you cast a summon this turn, you may cast 1 summon from your hand with a cost inferior to that of the summon you cast without paying its cost. So you can play a Valfor and a Valfor costs 5, and then use this effect by discarding a Yuna. There's many, that's okay. And discard a Yuna and play the cost 2 Valfor. I don't know, it doesn't seem very convincing, but it'll do. It'll do. There's other discard abilities. So because we have 8 Yunas, we can actually do super well with these 2, discarding this one in case this one doesn't work. And this one, right? This one doesn't do much, so we can discard this one with whatever, okay? Let's go to the other one. Cost 2 Water Yuna. It's a forward summoner that says when you cast a summon, you may dull Yuna if it's active. If so, draw 1 card and only once per turn. Okay, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Considering Valford returns all forwards to their owner's hands. You can discard. I mean, you can dull it and then draw a card and then all of them go to your hand. You can play a lot of stuff. Seems pretty cool. Let's go to this Yuna. Water, cost 2, but this time a backup. It says the cost required to cast your water summons is reduced by 1. No water summons. Why? Why are there no water summons in water on the Final Fantasy X deck? On the Final Fantasy X category? In a game that's full of water? I don't get it. Explain it to me. I don't get it. I hope Anima said water. And I'm remembering right, because it doesn't make sense. Honestly, it doesn't make sense. Anyways, let's go on to the cost 4 Yuna. That's the wind. It's a forward summoner, and it says when Yuna enters the field, select one of the 2 following actions. If you have received 5 points of damage, you do both. And no, select 2 of the 2 following actions instead. So you may play 1 twice. That's pretty cool. Choose 1 job guardian of cost 2 or less in your break zone, play it onto the field, and activate all the backups you control. Nice. You could actually do the first one twice. That's pretty cool. Then damage 3. Yuna gains the job guardian forwards you control, gain plus 2000 power. If we had a guardians deck in green, that could actually be really good, but we don't, because most of the guardians are not in green. Only 1 guardian is in green. The rest of the guardians are blue or red. See, I don't get it, but yeah, let's go. Like I said, this deck is going to be summoner support, regardless of what the summoners try to do. So yeah, let's go on to this Yuna, cost 3. It's a forward that says when Yuna attacks, all characters other than light and dark opponent controls lose all their abilities until the end of turn. And you can do sphere change, which is a special ability. So discard a Yuna and name 1 element and 1 job. Yuna becomes the named element and job until end of turn. Okay. Cool. Yuna and Len make like 1 whole card. If you look at them, they're like the same art. And it says when Len forms a party with Yuna and attacks, you may search for 1 summon and cast it without paying the cost. Amazing. And then if you do not cast it, put the summon into the break zone. If you cast a summon, cost 5 or more with this ability, put Len into the break zone. Ha! Valfor kills Len, or Valfor this one does not. It's pretty cool. Let's look at the cost 2 Len now. It's a backup. It's not anime art. I don't know. It says summoner backup. Pay 1 generic and tap and draw 1 card. You can only use this ability if you have cast a summon this turn and only once per turn. The other one says when your opponent casts a summon, activate Len. Okay. Dependent on the opponent casting stuff. Weird, but it'll work. So let's keep going. We have our Lulu, the only guardian. It says cost 3 forward guardian. When she enters the battlefield, choose 1 Yuna or a summon in your break zone, add it to your hand. When you cast a summon, choose up to 1 forward opponent controls if its power becomes 5,000 until the end of turn, and it's only once per turn that triggers. Then we have Buddy. When it enters the battlefield, search for 1 category 10 backup and add it to your hand. That's pretty cool. You can look for this Yuna, which does nothing, or this Len, which does nothing, or Nebraska. Let's stick with Nebraska, or maybe itself. Maybe you can get all the win ones with him, so that way you can keep going into him. That way you can pay for the other stuff, because we got only 1 backup for win. So maybe that's the right play to do. Seems like it right now. Let's look at the Valfor though. The Valfor that's cost 2, it's a summon with EX burst that says deal 3000 damage to all the forwards an opponent controls. If you control a card named Yuna, there's 8, activate all the backups you control. I like that one. That's a really strong one. Then we have cost 5 Valfor. Says return all forwards to their owner's hands. That's pretty strong. Then we have another summoner that's not Yuna. I think it's the grandma. It's Yunalesca, and says the forward summoner, the cost required to cast your summons is reduced by 1 for each job summoner forward you control. It cannot become 0, so it's up at least 1. But you have so many summoners that you can play that these will cost for free. That's why I want more water summons, so that we can have this deck be fueled by that Yunalesca. That's pretty strong, not gonna lie. And if we had water summons, we could actually make a water only deck with these girls. That'd be pretty fun. Then we have Vraska. Last but not least, right? It says the cost required to play your job summoner onto the field is reduced by 1. So reducers everywhere. Oh, when Yunalesca enters the field, choose one summon in the break zone and place it in the bottom of your deck. I don't know if that's good or not, but seems useful maybe. This doesn't draw too much, so that's broken in my opinion. But that's my opinion, and this is going in blind. I don't really know. So let me know in the comments which one of your of these Yunas is your favorite and which one is the worst. I think it might be this one by far because we don't have water summons. But if we get that anima, it might be one of the best ones if it's a good card. Who knows? After that, I think it's the Dissidia one. There's many. Sorry. There's it's this one or this one because this one is only supporting Guardians and there's only one. But you guys let me know which of the two is the worst. And yeah, which other summon do you think that's not in water, all of them, and also not in wind, so not valid for? Which other one could you make into wind? Like Bahamut or Yojimbo? Which of those, you know, there's Ixion, there's many. And so which of them would you put in? Which of them would be making the cut for a wind or a water summon? That'd be a cool discussion. Let me know about that in the comments, as well as like, subscribe, share, and follow for more. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.